Good evening, everybody. I just thought I'd give a shout out to my buddy Arlo. He was kind enough to get me a gift, and he picked a beautiful set of cards. I was actually looking into maybe getting a round set, and he kind of intuitively read my mind, so that was kind of cool. So shout out to Arlo. You're pretty awesome, and thank you so much for the gift. The wild unknown archetype. So until I figure out the actual meanings, I'm just going to go into it intuitive. So it may gel or vibe, but I figure I'm going to try them out tonight, see if there's any type of message here. From the wild unknown. The wild unknown. Okay, that one's kind of going crazy. The pilgrim. Card's kind of beautiful. I like the artwork. It's kind of like a watercolor. No, it is beautiful, to be honest. It is. A lot of the cards are got a lot of beautiful artwork. A lot of interesting symbolism. I'll be excited to get into that. Oh, wow. So yeah, let's find out what the pilgrim's got to be all about. I just happen to have the book on my screen, so I'm gonna go ahead and check that out. Come on, you can do it. Hope you're all having a good day. So we're gonna get to the bottom of this. I just got to get to the book. It takes forever on this tablet, unfortunately. It's there. It just has to load. It's a lot of information. So, do, 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 do. I will be going live after this reading as well. That way I can open the chat for you guys. So I thank you for your patience. Just about there. Come on. You can do it. Oh, gotta go up to the top and find out where. Do, do, do. Yikes. Come on, Wi-Fi. So I felt a definite shift in the air energetically today. I don't know about you. Somehow this page just doesn't want to load. Mercury retrograde. Thank you so much for blessing us with the ability to find out how much patience we have for the love, please. Awesome. That would be wonderful, wonderful. I'm gonna go with it. Going to a new link because I think the other one wasn't producing anything proper. Anyway, thank you for your patience. There we go. I think this come on. There's got to be more than that. Is it just another link? That's what it looks like. Yay, some of their favorites. Yeah, it's beautiful artwork. I need to know the meaning. The joys of getting a new Oracle deck and unfortunately not getting the book with it. But that's okay. It has a, whatever those codes are, I forget what they're called, but anyway, it's got a code on the back of the box. Pilgrim. The Mother. The Warrior. I like that one. That was cool. The Hunter. The Maiden. The Poet. The Mentor. I'm loving that owl. That's neat. Beautiful drawing. Beautiful illustration. The Kiss. That's the Lover's card, I would say. The Starborn. I don't know, I would think like a star seed of some sort. I think. The Mystic. Someone with their intuition tied in. The Vow. Someone very solid. Someone that made a promise. An everlasting promise. The Riddle. Somebody playing mind games. Wearing a mask. The King. The Fault Line. Hmm. I can't wait to discover the real meanings of these cards based on the illustrations. That's beautiful. I'm excited. So, anyway, thank you so much, Arlo. These are beautiful. I just wish I had a half decent link I could look into. I mean, it had no working on that one. There's even a PDF I tried downloading. This is the one that I had looked up before. The Pilgrim, I think that would be a homebody, somebody that's, somebody that likes to be at home or likes to provide a happy home. Something along that line, I would think. Oh, did I find it? This would be one. Did I? I think I may have. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, I need to go down. Go into the meetings. Cups. No, I don't know if this is it. Eight of Cups. I didn't see any tarot cards. No, this is a different link. The joys of distractions. Oh well. Let's see if there's a message. The great unknown. Is there a message for the collective? Thank you for the wisdom, protection, to be the vessel, the information, intuitively for now. Right. We got some stuff here. We got the warrior coming out. We got the river. And we got the nectar. Okay. Hmm. Oh, all right. We got some more here. The eternal child, the orphan, Alethea, as above, so below, I believe. That's what it kind of looks like. The tear. Somebody's no longer crying. Somebody's finding the warrior within and realizing that their innocence is never lost. It's always been there. Despite it all, the innocence within you is never lost. It's all just covered over the situations and distractions of yesterday. We think it's tainted, but it's impenetrable. You can never take away your innocence, no matter what you've been through, whether it be abuse in any shape or form. Your innocence always remains. It's just we lose sight of it because of everything else. And sometimes we have to let go of absolutely everything. Trust in the wisdom of the divine. As above, so below is in between. So as without, so within. We wonder why our lives are chaotic. Is there anything within our minds and in our hearts that we haven't dealt with, that we're holding on to, that we're continuously carrying with us? Oh, okay, Spirit. Let's do this. The stone. Hmm. The comic. The unseen. The thread. The self. These are beautiful. Great job. So this is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck by Kim Cran. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for creating such a beautiful oracle. Okay. Well, my own interpretation on this. The stone, this is about the foundation. This is about you focusing on your foundation of what you're looking for. What are you looking to build in your life? What kind of foundation does that need? Is it just something simple? Can you make it out of straw, or do you need some cement? Do you need some boundaries? Does it need some walls? You know, does it need a couple locks? Does it need a safe? Because you never know, right? But I think with the stone, I think this is the pillars of the foundation of your inner temple, and with the self here as well. That's a beautiful card. And the stone, just the pillars of who we are as the comic. I think this is trying to find the lighthearted side of things, try to find the joke, try to find the funny in it, the unseen. I think something's coming to light in this aspect. The unseen is being revealed. The thread, I think this is dealing with patience. Very well could be the thread that binds. Sometimes it's good to cut the thread. Sometimes it's good to strengthen that thread. It all depends on the situation, I think. But understanding that the self and the foundation of who you are should be the pillars and the threads that tie it all together. That's what I'm kind of getting out of it. The nectar, finding the sweetness within the chaos, I think. The nectar, that's a nice card. The river, I think this is something to do with going with the flow rather than going upstream with a holy paddle. You're not really getting very far, right? The tear, it's either somebody's not crying anymore with it being reversed, which it's kind of impossible with it being around, but dealing with the illustrations anyhow. The tear, I would say that there quite possibly could be some sort of form of release. And with that release will come wisdom and knowledge. And I think this is a release of emotion. This very well could be someone going through dark night of the soul, or very well could be in the process of releasing into an awakening. Okay, we're gonna go out in a minute. Hang on. Yeah, trying to stay lighthearted with the comic. Try to find the silver lining, try to find the humor. We got the eternal child. I think this is having to do with nurturing that inner child. Just as we have our innocence, we have our inner child, we have our inner teenager, we have our inner adolescent at different parts of our life that we've experienced. Some of these parts of our life we might have not been nurtured, or not, we may have been forgotten. We might have been orphaned, which the orphan card came through here too as well. But to remember that the internal child, as you get older, you have that option and possibility to nurture that inner child that was abandoned or forgotten. And this is literally how you can heal this part of you. if you're if you were curious as to go about it. I'm kind of glad these cards came out this way to a point where I could make that happen. My goodness. But anyway, so just as the internal innocence, the eternal child, it's something to cherish within self. It's something to nurture. And within that inner temple, within the stone, within the pillars of who you are and what you're looking forward to in your life, and what you choose to build within that inner temple, and what you're trying to manifest outside of you. It's all connected. And once everything is in balance, your manifestations will become that much more powerful. Is there any other messages from the great unknown? Any other collective message? Thank you for this wisdom. Thank you. Okay. We got the bridge. The bridge. I have a feeling this is to do with teamwork. It's dealing with bridging a gap, right? It's about working together, not against each other. It's about supporting one another. It's about having a half decent footing to get across the waters. It's to literally bridge a gap between indifferences. And I think this intuitively is coming to me with this card because the collective needs to start working together despite it all. Okay, that just seems to be what it is. And the cards go flying. All right. Despite it all, what is it? The flame, the vessel, the mass, and the mother. Mm. The vessel and the flame. I get the feeling this flame has been wanting to be wild, but it's been trapped. There's been this yearning within, this passion of something. It's been trapped. The mass and the mother. I have a feeling that this has something to do with my post that I also posted, my shout outs. Um, the patriarchal aspect of families throughout time, down the bloodline. There's certain traumas, there's certain experiences, there's certain tribulations that we've all gone through. We've all been affected by it in some sort of way down along the way that it goes. And I think that the realization of this within the family unit, I think somebody's finally realizing that, you know, what they had happen to them isn't necessarily was theirs to carry. And I have a feeling they're able to take the mask off and actually be their true authentic self now. They can finally let the past go. Finally calm the flame. Finally be at peace to know that the flame ain't gonna burn their house down. Maybe that's why the flame is finally in the vessel. This is very well could be anger. This very well could be because the flame and fire is very, very hot. Very, very. You have to respect the flame. You have to respect fire. It can keep you warm. It can cook your food, or it can burn your house down. Simple stuff. Um, the vessel. I don't know. I think the vessel also has to do with life and purpose within your vessel. Till you see the light at the end of the tunnel, experiencing it, that you are a vessel. There's an understanding that you're here to learn something. There's a lesson to take away from your experience. And I think this mask card is about realizing that you're not necessarily needing a mask. You're allowed to share how you feel. You're allowed to speak your truth. You're allowed to understand. You can be yourself. You can be your authentic self. There's no need for the mask. So the mask very well could be someone being very deceptive as well. And if it has something to do with a mother and having to deal with the vessel, it very well could be somebody's trap. They very well could be going through a rebirth with the flame. Dude, hey, it's not an in and out, in and out, in and out, okay, door chauffeur service kind of thing. The cat wants in and out, in and out, in and out, and I don't want to keep the door open, closed, open, and closed, open, and closed. That dead end. So that's definitely something maybe uh, walking away from, finally saying, calling it quits. Yeah. No entrez-vous, s'il vous plaît. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on this one. I don't know exactly what this would mean to me, but I'm thinking maybe keeping it open. But this bridge is kind of interesting, to say the least. The bridge, I think it's just bridging a gap, coming to a common, hey, come into a common understanding. Patience is a virtue. My goodness. The whole thing is with the teamwork, you kind of got to show up right for that to happen. Communication, it can always happen, providing if you're ready to communicate. And a possibility that, in order to meet in the middle, you got to do your part, I got to do my part. In order to make a reputable bridge, we got to work on the same page in order to make it consistent. In order to be worthy of having a bridge, we need to work together. But if it's all one-sided, it doesn't work. It's a teamwork. Mm. Drawing a line in the sand. the prayer, having hope, having trust in the divine, the creator, giving it up to the creator, giving reverence to the creator, giving respect to the creator and all its creations, giving reverence to it, drawing the line in the sand, making your boundaries known, sticking up for your peace of mind and your compassion to yourself and your healing, yet making sure that as a community there's offering, right? Giving thanks. I think the offering has something to do with reciprocation, but I think it also has to do with reverence. I think it's talking about ancestors as well. The empty room. Hmm. I don't know. I think with the empty room, it's that part of where you finally allow yourself to let go of what no longer serves you. And this is the point right after the dark night of the soul where you get to start with new. It's all new. This is your ability to create what you want within this empty room. This empty room might be bland at the moment, but it's got so much potential. It's literally all possibilities before you. Yeah, I think I'm really going to enjoy this deck. I really, really enjoyed it. The vow, honorable, honoring that what you are standing on. I think this is about the vow of never, never to forget yourself, never to forget those connections, those deep connections. I think the vow, I think this is something to do with soul family as well. The principles of humanity. Hmm. Well, anyhow, I just thought I'd throw that out there. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Just a little bit of a message here. Oh, we got the animal. Dun dun dun. That looks like a wolf. And the temple. That's pretty. Primal instincts will bring you back to center. Remember who you are. Remember that you have a sacred temple within you. You just have to believe, be creative, make it what you want it to be. every seed, there takes a little darkness in order for it to grow into something massively beautiful. As above, so below, is in between. There's a balance, which makes up the one, the all, consciousness. These are beautiful. Anyhow, catch me in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.